welcome back everybody to Cheers to Health. Again, you got your main man, that bad man, Bryan, Bad Man Torres. And of course, gotta have my co-host, AJ, thinks he's strong, Little Man Tomlinson, and of course, Omar Torres. Woo-hoo-hoo!
Let's go.
So today, folks, I'm excited. I'm pumped. We have a great guest today. He is a boxer, a professional boxer, and he'll be fighting March 23rd at the Logan County Fairgrounds. So let's cheer on. Here we are about to have Alfred Ratcliff, a.k.a. Alfred Zeus Ratcliff. Shout out.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
Good to have you on, Alfred. Really excited to have this
Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah.
Too excited.
Yes.
And everybody, this is Alfred Zeus Ratcliff. Welcome, man. Welcome. Good to have you on the podcast, brother.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, being part of this podcast, man, so we want to show everybody, like, hey, you can be active no matter what kind of situation you may be in. You know, I've trained people for 4 years, and there's been a bunch of obstacles, but somehow we overcome them. But will you please introduce yourself? Tell us about yourself.
My name is Alfred Ratcliff. I'm a native of Guthrie, born and raised here. I'm a father. I have 4 sons. I'm a professional boxer. I work for environmental management. I drive a semi for them. Stay pretty
nice.
busy.
So you're a dad too. Wow. Dad life, dude.
Yes, sir.
Dad life. Yes.
Oh,
you
yeah,
got
gotta
4.
love it.
How in the world?
4 boys.
Four boys, too.
There you go. You got to get them
4
boys.
boys.
Even, hey, this one thing that I noticed, though, is you're kind of like the environment of their, you know, how they're going to be growing up. So for you staying active, doing what you got to do, you know, to be there for your family and stuff like that, that's going to show them, like, hey, I want to be like my dad. So that's awesome, dude. Yeah.
And that's all. That's what it's all about, is just setting an example for them to follow and leaving something for them to
Yes,
strive
sir.
for and build
That's
up to in their lives.
Absolutely, 100%.
So what kind of got you into boxing, though? Like, how did you get into that situation?
Well, it's just something I've always wanted to do. And back in, let me see, 2014, I started going to this gym in the city, Sin Shinkan Dojo on 23rd and Portland. And I started taking Shotokan karate. And I was in there, I trained doing that for about a year. And then I met this guy that trained there named Frederick Gunner. And he was an MMA fighter. And he got me into it. And then after that, I kind of just ran with it. And then back in 2017, I blew out my knee. And I figured boxing would be easier on the body than MMA would. And it's actually a harder sport, and I enjoy it more.
Absolutely. And talk about a guy who does not quit, boys. This guy, I've been on a Alfred Ratcliff freaking YouTube binge. This guy does not quit, man. He's been in some bouts where it's just like anybody else would. I mean, I've seen some of the people he went against where they just doing the towel because they were just gassed out. But Alfred, no. You better carry him out on a stretcher because he ain't. If he can stand up, he's getting up and he's fighting. And I mean, those fights where it doesn't matter what was going on prior to the end. I mean, he's giving the people a show, dude. He was throwing in bows no matter what. It was great watching him, man. Awesome watching you fight.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And so I know you from being in football, from playing football, and of course, again, I was watching some of your interviews, and I just had to bring this up. Is there any way you can talk to us about that highlight hit of yours that I guess you knocked somebody out or the fight? I want to know about this. I keep hearing about it, and I have not heard the story yet. Would you walk us through that?
Yeah, that was in 2009. We were playing against Ardmore, and we were on the kickoff team. We kicked the ball off, and it goes in the back of the end zone for a touchback. But this old boy, he's still running at me steady. He was starting linebacker, probably about 5'9", 220, and man, I just went head to head with him, laid him out, saw the flash. I looked over, and man, he was just laid on the ground, stretched out like that, looking through his ear hole.
Happened to me once.
That's crazy. I tried to find the video of it, but it wasn't on YouTube. They must have took it down or something.
I think it's one of those that's hard to find. There's a picture somewhere floating
Oh, really?
around.
Yeah, I tried to find it because I was like, man, I got to see this, and I was hoping to put it in here somewhere. But man, that's awesome.
Je- Jeff Chappell would be the man to talk to get
Yeah,
that
absolutely. I'm gonna
picture.
have to get
That's
that picture.
crazy. That happened to me once, but it was in like middle school. Yeah, I
He
was the
was the
receiving
receiving
guy.
guy.
Okay, so I know.
It
Woo, my
happens to
whole
all of
back.
us.
I felt like I was. Man, that wasn't fun. I was like, I was laid out. Not like that guy, but it was. Yeah, I felt like that guy probably.
And another thing that I see about Alfred, man, we were always all of us we're pretty small, a smaller statue. So Alfred is a great, person to look at and be like, man, it doesn't matter how big or small you are. This dude can go down with the biggest guys, no problem at all. I didn't see one guy that was the same height or the same weight as him in all these fights. They were all 6 feet, it looked like, and way bigger than him. I was like, bro, if Alfred had the reach on him, it would be a way different story. But there's no excuses for that, man. He was in there, won most of them. So congratulations on that, man. Like it was really
Thank
cool
you.
watching all those fights.
Oh
So,
yeah.
like, when was your first like actual boxing match and everything?
My first boxing match was in, I want to say 2016, 2017, around there.
Okay.
But before that, I did two amateur MMA or three amateur MMA
You
Oh
fights.
won all
wow.
three of those, didn't you?
Won two and
Okay.
lost one.
There's some
Heck
good
yeah.
fights on that one too. I got to see one of those fights, and yeah, the other guy did not stand a chance.
Yikes.
So heck yeah. So I see on some when they bring you out though, and they're announcing you, they're saying you out of Oklahoma City, man. Why are we not repping Guthrie,
Oh
Oklahoma?
Oh no, I have been. It's just they take it off of the website, and the website didn't have it
Oh,
right.
okay.
But we got it. We got it
There we
gotta
straightened
get
go.
that
now.
right.
Shout out
Heck
Guthrie.
yeah.
Blue
Let's go,
Jays.
Guthrie.
Gotta.
Yes, sir.
Come on. So growing up, was that always like the way, growing up? Because with us, sports, just being active in general was part of it. Like just, playing in the apartments, having little games and whatnot. What about you? Like, did it start from a young age, or was it like in high school where you were like, this is what I'm gonna do, and then bam, it transitioned to what you do now? Or how'd that go about?
I mean, I've always been active. I have seven siblings, and we all
Oh
played
wow.
sports, so it wasn't different to just be in sports my whole life. And I kind of just this was something I've always wanted to do, and it was something that kind of just fell in my lap. So, I took the
Nice.
opportunity and ran with it.
Awesome, awesome. So again, what weight class are you fighting in this Saturday? What's the weight class again?
160.
And have you ever fought at 160 before?
Yes,
You
my
did.
last few fights
Okay.
were at 160.
160. And how do you feel at that weight?
I feel good.
Feel
I
good?
feel really good at it. I used to fight at 135, so
Holy shit.
these guys are a little bit bigger,
I'm
but
telling you, man. Because in my
it's
head, I'm like, bro, why don't you cut like they're all doing and fight at a lower weight class?
it's it's not good for you to cut weight like that, and
Yeah,
100%.
25
you
pounds
see
like
the
that.
effects. You see the effects of it with a lot of fighters. They'll cut weight and they'll put so much effort into cutting weight that by the time it comes time for them to fight, their bodies don't hold up because they're so malnourished and dehydrated, and it's really not good for you. So I
Absolutely.
kind of just try to keep it within a certain range,
Good, 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 good. So you pretty much around 160. That's where your weight is walking around as well.
about 170.
170. Okay, that's not bad. There
Okay.
you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So when
But
you train, is there like a I guess a difference with like, I guess cardio, but at the same time even resistance training, whether it's like lifting a little bit or whatnot, compared to being at a lower weight?
Really, it just really depends on the opponent that I'm fighting and what they're really good at and the way that they're built to see how I go off of it. Like when I was at 135, there wasn't a lot of weightlifting because I didn't want to put on muscle to slow me down because those guys were fast. They were
mhm.
really fast. So I had to be able to keep up with them. But at this weight, some of these guys are a little bit bigger. So I want to have a little bit more muscle on me for when they try to lean on me and put their weight on me.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I've
Gotcha.
seen, like I said, the last one I watched was a bigger guy who was trying to do that because he was kind of gassed, and Alfred was putting the hands on him, and he knocked him down at the end of the round, and the dude got saved by the bell. And then I'm thinking, okay, let's go, let's get into the next round. But nope, the dude said, "Hey,
No
no
mas.
mas." He was good. I was like, yeah. I was like, what? That was cool. So congrats, man. Honestly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So what would you like? So let's say somebody's interested in getting into boxing. So what workouts would somebody want to like first get into before getting into like a ring or something, or even like
Before getting into a ring, I would
getting
say
into
that
like
you
a
should.
practice or sparring session or anything like that?
Well, I mean, anybody can come spar at any time, but like before you actually commit to getting in the ring, I would say you should train for at
Hmm.
least 9 months to a year.
Mm-hmm.
So that way your body is conditioned for it and you're kind of used to moving around and putting your body in these weird situations that you're not used to it being in. Because it's really rough on your body at first. It's a lot of
Hmm.
nights you go to bed sore.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm sure. But watching some of them fights, I'm like, dude, I'm not even thinking about it right now. I'm saying, I wonder how tomorrow this he's gonna feel, and then the next day, because my
Oh yeah.
goodness, what? So
You
what
learn to sleep
is?
with an ice pack.
Yeah, I said, what is your recovery plan? I guess so. After a hard fight, what do you do to recover?
Uh, Usually I just, lay around the house and spend time with the kids and it'll get better when it gets better.
Still got
You
to
know,
do
I'll get up and go to work that
that.
Monday.
Yep.
Nah, I'm not stopping.
There you go. Absolutely. So, after you win on Saturday, what are your goals? What do you intend on doing in the future? What's the ultimate plan after this victory on Saturday?
To continue to try to build up my record and get some bigger fights and be able to help the people that I've got into boxing to find better matchups and help put them in a better position and bring in more people and hopefully I can get more people from Guthrie to
Absolutely.
get into it so that way we can keep putting them on. I'm actually going to be having a gym that I'm going to open here after the fight.
Oh, nice.
Oh
It'll be
wow.
at the
Oh.
airport. I have a hangar out
Mm-hmm.
there now.
Oh, cool.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
that's cool. 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 Good, man. Love to
Yeah,
hear
that was
that.
one
That's
thing that I
great.
was gonna ask about it, like the community in the boxing, especially in like Guthrie and stuff like that. So you're kind of helping kind of build that. But
Mm-hmm.
dude, like you're saying, you got to have people out there to kind of spread the word a little bit, making sure hey, this is a good spot, this is a good sport, you know, and it's not all about anger and punching people. It's more than that.
Mm-hmm.
It's discipline and it's hard work and it's a family oriented environment. Any show that we do, it's a family friendly event. 6 and under is free and there's no cussing or anything wild or any alcohol. It's a really good
Okay,
show, especially the ones out here.
Good. 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 Love to hear that.
that's
Great.
awesome.
Now I was just curious on like like you got like a lot of past boxers to look at and everything. Like who's the one that like you look at for like the inspiration or like something you try to mimic or you know what I mean?
Ooh,
Mike
look
Tyson.
at him.
Oh
Nice.
wow. Yeah.
Nice. I love it. Love it. Hey, so one thing I do want to ask you is one thing I do love about you as well is that you don't quit again. So somebody who's following their dreams as well. I love to see it, man. I'm a big fan of it, and I'm a big
Thank
supporter
you.
of it. So, what advice would you give to somebody who maybe is, going through that uh, journey of maybe not wanting to continue following the dream or whatever it might be, and feeling discouraged? What would you tell them, or how would you help them, get past that hump and keep moving forward, following your dream or whatever it is you want to do moving forward in life?
My advice to them would be don't stop. If you gotten to a point where you feel like, shit, this might not be it, or I'm falling off a little bit, that's when you need to push harder because you never know what's right on the other side of that wall. And really, like a lot of times, it just takes not quitting, just keep going one more day to make it. And even I haven't made it where I want to make it yet, but I know that I can, and I just have to be willing to put in the work. And that goes for anybody that wants to pursue anything is to just be willing to put yourself out there and do what's necessary to make it. Because a lot of times with things like this, there's already kind of a blueprint laid out. You just have to be willing to follow it to a T and
Mhm.
not stray away from it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And there's nothing you did say about discipline, man. Getting up in the mornings and having that discipline to get up and do those hard runs in the morning. But also in the fights, man, like I said, you have no quit. What is it that's going through your head, whenever there's nothing like I said, it feels like my guy's got nothing left in him, but he's still throwing everything. And I mean, if he were to land some of them, boys would still go to bed. So what goes through your mind in those moments that makes you not want to quit, that just pushes you through it, where you're still putting on the show for the people?
It's the people. These people pay money to come see this. So at the very least, I'm gonna give them the absolute best that I can. So I remember when I first started out, I'd have fights where maybe 5 or 6 people would show up.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, were these 5 or 6 people here? I'm gonna give this guy hell for these people
Absolutely.
because they do spend their hard-earned money and they waste their gas to come out. Because some of these fights aren't just in Guthrie; they're farther out. I've had fights in El Reno, Woodward, and all over the place. So, I mean, one thing I can always guarantee you is if you buy a ticket, I'm gonna make sure you get the best show I can possibly give you all the way around.
I got my tickets.
Get
Get your
them
tickets. Get your
tickets.
tickets,
Come
folks.
Yes,
on.
sir.
Get
What
your
are you
tickets,
waiting
folks.
for?
Come on.
Sheesh.
That's awesome, man. That's great.
These are the cheapest we've ever had tickets. So
Yeah.
everybody come get some.
Mm-hmm.
Dope.
And what's the way people can get the tickets?
They can get them through me. They can order them online at stubwire.com. When you select the tickets you want, it'll ask you if you want to support a fighter. Just click on my name and you can purchase them there.
There you go, folks. There you go.
Yeah.
Check it out.
So
Check it out.
you're over here, grinding away with your job, with this boxing. What do you have any like things that you like to do for fun on the spare time or something like that to kind of like balance you out? Is it just what's that? You're right.
What
Look at
is
that.
spare time?
Yeah.
Really, it's just I really don't have much spare time. I'm really pretty wrapped up. I usually work till 5 or God knows ever how long with the job that I have. Then I'll get off and I'll train. And I have guys that come over and I'll train them and we'll all work out together. Then I have all of my kids on the weekend, so I spend all my weekends with them. So it kind of just never stops. But I
Yeah.
love every minute of it.
For
Absolutely.
those
Great to hear.
who have
Good.
kids, dude, what kind of stuff do you do with your kids on the weekends? Like, what am I gonna do with these kids, man? Can't just
Oh man, we play outside in the
yeah.
backyard all the time. Play football. We play basketball, soccer.
Get
We just hang
out
out and have a good time.
and get
I got all
active.
Mm-hmm.
boys, so it's just it's guy time when they're here.
There you go.
Exactly.
Good.
Yeah, and they got nonstop energy, so throw them out there, throw the ball around. Whew.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. So what's the oh,
So I do have one story. I got one story, and I don't know if Alfred even remembers this. So a long, many moons ago, I think I was in high school still. Okay, because John Kane, did you graduate, John Kane?
Yes.
Okay, so John Kane, every time I see him every blue moon, he'll remind me of this. So I used to go to this girl's house, okay, and he said that he remembers whenever I brought a lunch, or not a lunch bag, but a backpack full of snacks, okay. But all I remember is me going to this girl's house I've never met, and then open the door, and guess who I see in the living room? Yours truly, Mr. Alfred Ratcliff, and I was like, oh. Wrong house, but no. But he ended up just saying what's up, and then boys, talk about your flash.
this
I
dude's
was
about
like,
to
uh oh,
I'm about to be
somebody's
the
getting their
next
ass whooped
one
in this
getting
club.
flatlined.
Nah,
Mm-hmm.
I
There
don't fight for free, man.
I wish I would knew that then, because I was shitting bricks.
Oh man, you had nothing to worry about.
Yeah, I see
But yeah, it's
those
funny.
videos of you, running and stuff. Getting it, staying busy.
Mm-hmm.
Sheesh, dude.
Getting
I
it,
yeah, because I
getting
mean,
it.
of course, you got to keep that endurance up, especially in boxing. But what kind of jam? What are you jamming to, man? What kind of music? What's your go tos? Oh, everything.
Everything,
There we go.
everything,
He ain't picky.
everything. So I listen to music so much that I just get burned out on stuff. So I listen to
Cause I was thinking the same
everything.
thing. I was like, this
Yeah.
dude works out all the time. He can't just be like stuck in one genre. I mean, he probably like, mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't.
That's exactly what.
Everything, and that way it kind of like it works. It kind of works your brain so that way you can be in the mentality to go no matter what you're feeling. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so I can listen to a sad song, and even though it might bring you down, I can still do what I need to do. You know
Good.
what I mean? It's kind of just like playing mind games with myself.
Yes, love that, love that. Because I was actually going to bring this up. Because there's some days where for me when I go to the gym and I forget like my headphones and that I'm just like, oh well, fuck it. Maybe not today's my day. So for you, you can have all those things come, especially on fight night. But what is it that keeps you coming back for the workouts and stuff like that? Because it could be like we've talked before about finding a million excuses, but it just takes that one reason to show up. And what is that one reason for you, or what keeps you coming back?
My sons, honestly, it's just wanting to show them that if I can do anything, they can too. And really, it's just I know that I have something to prove to them and to show to them, and the only way I can show them is by being disciplined and doing what I have to do, and then letting them see that hey, if we are disciplined and we do the things we're supposed to do, we can have the things we want.
Mm-hmm.
We can be whatever we want to be if we just focus on it and work hard and actually put effort into it.
Yes.
Absolutely,
Absolutely.
100%.
That is one of the
Love
big
it.
things that I've been trying to get my boys on is like it's not given, it's earned. So whatever you do, however you
Mm-hmm.
act,
It is.
whatever it might be, I'm not just giving it to you, man. You got to earn it. Like this isn't because then they're gonna be going out and stuff like that, feeling all the entitlement, and then it's like, dude, seriously, nah. That's why parents, you're doing an awesome job, man. Yes,
Thank you.
yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Whenever you're like in the back, like right before your fight, like what's your I'm curious, like what's your mindset? Like, are you just like ready to go out there and just like put hands on somebody and put them down, or are you cool, calm, and collected, and you're just playing it in your head over and over again? He throws a jab, I slip this way. He does this, I do that. Or are you just balls to the wall, just ready to get out there?
Balls to the walls. Like one of us is gonna die. You
Yeah,
know, it's
yeah,
Love it.
absolutely.
Yeah, and this is
Love it.
this is
Yes,
That's
something
sir.
that
awesome.
we.
So I'm telling you
Oh,
guys, get your tickets.
yes.
Get your tickets. It'll be worth it,
please
man.
do.
This guy is balls to the wall. I'm telling you, he's throwing everything till that last buzzer. He's not
Yeah.
stopping, no matter what.
No.
And I love it. I
But
love
No.
to
that is
see
one
that.
thing that we hit on like every now and then is like with AJ and wrestling, like you do these things. You practice, you spar, you do whatever it is because when it comes down to game time, you can't really think like you want to. It's all reaction.
Nope.
It's all doing it right at the
Mhm.
moment.
Hmm.
But with the intensity,
The last thing you train
there
is
you
the
go.
first thing you
Exactly.
forget.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I love that.
Mhm.
That's a good one. I like
That's
that.
one thing I was going to ask you as well. It's like what is one of the biggest motivational quotes that is like always sticking out to you? You're like, shoot.
Hmm. One of the biggest motivational quotes. Hmm. Suffer today, be the
Mhm.
greatest forever. Muhammad Ali.
Love it.
Look at him.
Love
Look at
that.
him.
Yes, that's a good
Yes.
one.
Look at him.
That's a good one. And he put him on the spot, and he
Mhm.
came and he
Mhm.
delivered. Boy, I tell you what.
Yeah.
I love it. Good job.
That's awesome, dude.
So you just train yourself pretty much, Alfred. Your gym is your home, correct?
Yes. In
Yes.
my
Okay.
garage, yes.
Okay. Awesome. And then
Yeah, a lot
in
of
your
what I do
corner.
is just on my own.
Okay. In your corner, who's in your corner? Like, let's say fight night. Who's gonna be in your corner?
I got my buddy Frederick Gunner. He was the first person to ever put me into the fight game, and he's been in my corner for every fight. And then Dale Arbuckle, he wraps my hands, and he's the cut man. He's the best in the country, hands down. He's the best. He's done
Nice.
shows on Bellator. He's done
Oh
UFC.
wow.
He's from Oklahoma City, local guy. He's really good at what he does. And then I have my friend Twan Smith, who's a really good boxer out of Oklahoma City. He's going to be in my
There you
corner
go.
as well.
That's
There
awesome.
you go. Cool. Cool. Well, shout them out, man. Heck yeah, that's cool. Good for you, man. I'm excited for it. I can't wait, man. I really can't. I'm
He
too
has.
Thank
excited
He's
you.
been
for it.
talking. Alfred, I told you this dude was talking you up. He
Dude,
was
I
like,
am. Well, we've grown up with boxing. Boxing was probably the first sport that we were kind of introduced to.
Yeah,
So,
mm-hmm.
definitely.
now you being in boxing or just having somebody in the boxing world is just great to me and just gets me going, man. I'm excited and I'm ready
Mm-hmm.
for
I
it.
love it. And I
Yeah.
love being able to bring it here. There's nothing better. I was talking to somebody about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and I was telling them that that was the ultimate goal was to main event a fight in Guthrie, and this will be my second one.
Yeah.
Guess what? Look at us now.
Look.
Look at
Yes,
Alfred go
sir.
now. Where you at? There we go.
Yes. Dude, I
That's
love it.
great.
I love the energy.
I do too. I'm
I love
excited, man.
how
I really am.
you are bringing
I'm
this,
excited.
because this is what the podcast is all
Yes,
about. Is community, is getting everybody out there doing stuff, being active.
spreading the word of
Uh,
health and being a better person. Just being better, for yourself and for your
yeah,
kids. Because
Oh
without
yeah,
you being a good person, and without you having a good healthy life, you won't be able to show your kids that. But since you're doing it yourself,
exactly,
that's the best example
exactly.
right there.
and that's just staying healthy
Mm-hmm.
physically and mentally, being able to keep your mind focused and make the right choices. And one of the thing, like the people that I work with, they'll tell you, they never see me in a bad mood, and that's one of my biggest things I try to do is just wake up and be in a good mood every day because I feel like your mental health will make your body follow it. If you're in a good mood every day, you'll be in good spirits, you'll be in good health.
And that was gonna be my next question too. That's great, man. Love it. Because what I was gonna ask, what helps you mentally, stay strong like that. But it's just like you said, waking up every day with a smile and just being grateful, for another day and to be with your family most of the day. So that's great, man. And being able to breathe and
Oh,
have a job to go to.
yes, sir.
So shout out to you.
Find a reason to be thankful every morning, no matter what it is. If you can find a reason to be thankful, everything will slowly
Yeah,
get better. You got to appreciate
Yes.
what you have because, it could be what you had and it could be in a worse position.
100%.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Because, I saw a video on TikTok the other day and the guy was saying if everybody stood in a circle and we all threw our problems in the middle, you'd look down and be like, hey, where'd my problems go? Because somebody else would take them and you probably end up with something worse than what you had.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely, 100. And that's the way I kind of always try to look at things because sure, I've got my own mental health issues, uh, but and not that I'm trying to look on anybody else, but I always see other people who are, I feel like are in a way worse mental space or whatever it might be. And I'm like, bro, if they're doing that and like they've got way less than you do, you should be able to get up off your ass and do this. This is the bare minimum. Look, they're up here
Mm-hmm.
and you're just trying to do this. So that's
Yeah,
great to hear, man. That's awesome.
Thank you.
freaking just hustling, dude. Jeez. I was about to say,
Hustling
man, you
every
don't got
day,
no
no
dang
days off.
10
No,
minutes
not at all.
to play some pool or something. I don't know. There you
I'm sure
go.
we can make it
That's word
happen.
right there.
Yeah.
My buddy Michael Hamilton and Devin Johnson, they're doing a show at the Jungle next Wednesday. I'll be out there.
Yep, shout them out too, man. Hey, I wish I could be there, but I got to
Line.
work. I got to work. I took my
Thank
day off for you.
Oh,
I
thank you.
wish
I
I could take a day
appreciate
off for
that.
them.
look at
So
him.
yeah, but yeah, man, I wish I could be there. Hopefully next time I can be there for them. And I try to show them as much support as I can because like anything, I'm just a fan of people doing anything. As long as if their music, little comedy skits, little whatever that it is that they do, I love it too. Because as long as you're doing something, anything, I don't care what it is, mainly following what
Look
you
at
want to
that.
do and what makes you happy is
What
what
did he
I'm a
do
fan
there?
of. Look at that.
And
Look
that's
at that.
the and that's the main
But
thing
yes, sir.
because one thing about growing up here is we saw a lot of negativity too. We saw a lot of people go down the wrong path and a lot of people that aren't here anymore. So to see people that are out doing good and really just pursuing something positive, I'm all behind it. I'm
Yes.
all for it.
Yeah.
100%.
That's
100%.
awesome, man. Dude, you don't understand how much I appreciate you having on, man. That's awesome. All this great information.
Oh,
And I
thank you.
wish I
Thank
was
you
in
for having me.
Oklahoma
Yeah.
because I'd be
Yes.
going. But unfortunately, I'm in Colorado.
Dude, I'm there. I'm there.
You better
Whoa, I'm there. I'm there right now. I want to go camp out.
you better live it
I'm
or
just
something,
ready,
dude,
dude. I'm so hyped.
so I can see. Ah, shit.
I can't, man. It's against the law. But I could.
Okay.
They're streaming it.
Oh, that's
They
right. I
are
did see
streaming
that
it.
on the
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's
There we go.
19.99. You can
There we
stream it.
go. Dude, I'm about to have a party. I'm gonna have
I
a
love it,
fight
dude. I'm gonna be there.
fight night
You
party.
should.
I'm gonna try to find me. I'm gonna try to find me somebody to go with
Oh,
What state are
next
Colorado.
you
week.
in? Colorado. Yes, you
Oh
should
yeah.
stream it out there.
I'm gonna have a block
Yep.
party.
There we go.
Let's get it.
Um, any shout outs you want to give out? Anybody you want to shout out or anything you want to say before we let you go, Alfred?
My sponsors, Strive Wellness Lounge, Custom Dental with Dr. Nathan Brown, Circle F Gym, and Jameson Realty Group with James Long. Those are some great people who have stood behind me and supported me for as long as I can remember. And it's just really good to have those people behind me, especially the people in the community. And just want to
Heck
thank
yeah.
the people of Guthrie that stand behind me and support me and buy tickets and come out. It's really awesome, and I appreciate it all.
And also, I still have not got me some Zeus juice. So what's in your Zeus juice?
It's a blueberry and watermelon mix with a lot of caffeine. A
That's
lot.
what I need. So I'm gonna have to get me one. I haven't got one. I was
Zeus
supposed to get
juice.
one, but I'm gonna get me one soon. So
Guthrie
y'all
Nutrition,
go
they're
How
get
about
open
me some
that?
seven to
Zeus juice.
four.
Guthrie
Seven to
Nutrition.
four.
7 to 4.
So yeah,
Yes,
yep.
we'll be doing the weigh-ins there next Friday as well at 4 o'clock.
Oh, hey.
I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna take an early lunch.
Oh, you
Hey,
should.
#1 fan right there. Look at him.
I'm gonna be there. I
Yeah.
am, man. I'm
Mm-hmm.
excited, dude. I'm ready.
You gotta be looking out for Bryan, me and Bryan in the background, and whenever they're
Oh
streaming it,
yeah.
he's going crazy.
Yes! Alfred's not even up
Yes.
yet, sir. Sit down. So, fight week. One more question. I'm sorry. Fight week. Can you walk us through your fight week? What kind of goes on fight week prior to the fight?
A lot of mental preparing, just seeing it, and a lot of times I'll study my opponents and I'll try to just envision how the fight's going to go and what I'm going to do, and still working out and staying in shape and not really taking off too much. I might not do much hard sparring, but I'll still do cardio and
Mm-hmm.
bag work so I can stay sharp. And really, it's just about relaxing as much as I can mentally and enjoying the time and enjoying time with my family beforehand because we never know what's going to happen during or after. So that I just want to make sure that it's always just a good time before.
Yeah.
Right.
There you go.
That's a
Love it.
good
Good,
question.
good, good. Well, man, we're happy for you,
Yes.
and I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm ready for this. I'm ready for the showdown. I know you're gonna give the people a
Oh
whole
yeah.
lot,
Yes,
and I'm
sir.
ready for it. We appreciate you again for putting on for the city and
Thank you.
giving the people a show.
Oh yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Dude, this has been ready. You better
Woo!
watch out.
Let's
He's gonna
go.
rip out of that thing.
Put me in the ring. Not really. Not really. No.
I know a
Hey.
guy.
Yeah. Right.
Line him up.
Don't do it. Man, I'm pumped. I really am.
Yeah.
All right, Alfred, we'll let you get, brother. Again, we
Cheers
thank
to
you so
health.
much for joining us, man. Cheers to health, brother. And we'll see you. Hopefully, we'll get together after the fight and see if
Oh
we can
yeah.
do the podcast with you
Sweet.
sometime in the future.
I'll definitely do that.
Thank you.
Absolutely, brother. You have a great day. And can't wait for fight night, brother.
You too.
You go, man.
You
See
too,
ya.
man. Take care.